Mingy Beef Jerky, Hallway Feeds, Bluegrass Orthopedics, Atkinson, Sims and Kermode PLLC, BIM Group, Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, Bumblebee Team Sports, Ken's Autos in Paris, Commonwealth Credit Union, BD Global, Commonwealth Hand Therapy, Fork Bank, Lexington Diagnostic Center, Strong Shop Fitness, Traditional Bank.
Some things never change, like the sound of pads crushing against the equipment, the feel of cleats on fresh-cut grass, or the deep rest from a full practice. Another thing that never changes, the feeling of relief when the whistle blows for break. And the savory snack to go along with it. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
Same shoes, same mixer, same computer, same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best in affordable, quality care. Avoid surprise billing. Come to Lexington Diagnostic Center. Imaging focused on you.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Folks, this is...
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome in to Lexington Christian Academy. William Warfield here with you, the king of stream. And I'm here with a guy I like to call the Prince of Stream, and that's Lexington Catholic alum, Mr. Jack Haynes. And Jack, man, I tell you what, stepping in today up for Gary Ball here tonight in this big rivalry, big 43rd District rivalry between Lexington Christian Academy and Lexington Catholic.
Yeah, really two of the premier teams in the whole state of Kentucky over the last 4 to 5 years. Lexington Catholic and Lexington Christian. Lexington Christian, before last year, they were coming off 3 straight 43rd District championships, all under Coach Nate Valentine. But it's a new era at Lexington Christian. They're led now by Coach Ted Hall, who, after his win last night against Western Hills, his overall record with the club is 19-12. And they're welcoming in the big-time Lexington Catholic, who by most people, William, are ranked #1 in the preseason polls. Coach Salzman's coming into this game with an overall record at Lexington Catholic as a head coach of 344 wins to 128 losses. Second best winning percentage in the Lexington Catholic program, basketball coach-wise, and he's in his 16th season, led by senior Ben Johnson, who is a Mr. Basketball favorite.
Yeah, and normally under normal circumstances you have 2 Mr. Basketball candidates, one for 2020, for 2021, which would be Ben Johnson, and then a possible another one for 2022, which would be Tanner Walton going toe-to-toe. But Tanner's out tonight. He's got an ankle tweak. He won't be playing this evening, so it's just Lexington Catholic's Ben Johnson, the star of the show tonight. Because you mentioned it earlier. You said, if you take Tanner Walton out of LCA, there's nobody in that roster off of last year's team that averaged more than 4 points a game.
Yeah, they're missing 2 guys from last year's 2 seniors that graduated that both averaged more than 10 points a game. And now it's time for a lot of the guys that sat on the bench last year to step up and make plays on the court for LCA. And it's kind of a similar situation for Lexington Catholic, even though they have some of that star power with Ryan Russell and Ben Johnson. Colson Perry's back at point guard, Jack Goman. We covered him a lot on the football field this year, but they're going to see a lot of new faces that have to step on the court this year as well.
Yeah, I really like Goman's game. I love Ben Johnson's game. He can shoot the lights out of the gym and very well deserves to be in that Mr. Basketball talk this year. National anthem playing here at Lexington Christian Academy. We'll take a second and pause for that. All right, so we're gonna learn who the starters are gonna be here this evening. I'll tell you what, I feel like I know we've done this a million times, Jack, but it just feels like I'm a rookie tonight for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, I like throwing it back to the days when there wasn't very many people in the stands. It is kind of barren here a little bit compared to what it normally is.
Oh, it's definitely a huge difference, and I guess it's kind of equal for both teams because usually both sides of this gym are packed it's a standing crowd only with how many people are in this gymnasium, and Lexington Christian usually has a couple hundred kids in that on the far end, and Lexington Catholic usually has a couple hundred stacked in on this close end to us, but now it's like a freshman game crowd.
Yeah, exactly. So you got, and we're thinking about them. We know they're all watching at home tonight. But you got the Psychos. Coach Salzman said, let the Psychos loose. Great student section over there at Lexington Catholic. And then you got the Lexington Christian Academy Eagles, who have a great student section as well and always bring it. We will miss that element of the game tonight. And LCA, I know they depend on that a lot here at home, as does Lexington Catholic at home as well. And that's just something that is just not happening this year, unfortunately. But you guys are here in spirit with us. I really like this Potter kid for Lexington Catholic. He stands in there at 6'10", Jack, 6'10". Imagine that, he'll be that big guy that Lexington Catholic's needed. So there's going to be a free throw.
Must have been a technical issued beforehand.
Yeah, Selby at the line shooting the free throw for Lexington Christian Academy. Dunking and warm-ups.
Yep. So that's 2 points on the board for LCA, and LCA will inbound it now.
Yeah, when the officials are out on the floor, you are not allowed to dunk in warm-ups. That's just a statewide rule that's been in effect for a long time. And the officials look at it as a disrespect to them when you dunk in warm-ups. But I didn't even see anybody dunk personally, did you?
I didn't notice it, but that is the rules.
So here we go, Jack.
Lexington Catholic starting off with some pressure as LCA inbounded it here and trying to work it inside. That loose ball is picked up and put in for LCA. They're up 4-0. Quick start for them. That was number 23, Hall for LCA. Tyler Hall, sophomore.
Tyler Hall looked up and he had Goman in his face there, and then a hand from Potter, but was able to knock that one down.
There's Ryan Russell launching a three-pointer. That one's good.
And that is what you're going to probably see all season long, Jack, is Ryan Russell hitting those threes like that. Big-time performances last year in games like Paris and just throughout the whole playoffs all the way up until that Scott County game last year.
Lexington Catholic bringing the full court pressure, one of their staples, something Lexington Catholic and Coach Salzman are known for. Usually causes the opposing offenses a lot of trouble.
I tell you, Selby's a man amongst boys out there. You see how cut he is. He kind of looks like He-Man out there on the court, don't he?
Selby coming off a nice football season, LCA state runner-ups, and that three-pointer is good. Anderson Green, it has him here listed as an 8th grader. He's got his name on the board with 3 points. Reese Potter down low, can't get it to go. They kick it back out. That's Goman. There's Johnson from up top. It's good. Ben Johnson's on the board.
Yep, from downtown Lexington on that shot. He's over at Winchell's, actually. Sounds good. Kentucky Hot Brown tonight. That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
I guess that's where you're going after the game.
Winchell's, my man.
We were talking about Potter before the game, and I remember being at Lexington Catholic for a football game earlier this year, and Coach Griggs was telling me about the kid's growth spurt. And I think he was saying last year he might have been 6'4" or 6'3", and came back for school this year and looked like a completely different person. There he is pulling in the rebound.
And they say he can handle the rock well, too, so we haven't seen that yet, but they say that he can definitely handle the rock. Kind of had that Anthony Davis type effect over the summer growing.
Sounds just like the same situation. And I mean, usually Lexington Catholic tries to get their bigs to be able to handle it and shoot it from beyond the arc. There's a lob thrown up, and that's Sparks with the nice catch and finish on the pass from Goman.
These Catholic guys, they can get that air, man. I mean, it's like they spring off of those feet.
That was number 31, Hudson Sparks, the sophomore, starting tonight for the Knights. Working it inside. That one's tipped away, but regathered by Lexington Christian. A lot of movement up top, swinging the ball around.
Had a little bit of contact in there off of the contact. LCA with it now. Foul underneath.
Looks like a foul on Lexington Catholic, and I believe it's going to be a shooting foul. 2 shots coming up for number 23, Tyler Hall, sophomore. Gets that one to go. That's his 3rd point of the evening. Tie ball game early in the first quarter here at Lexington Christian.
And you know it's a big game when you got big Dave Rarick underneath the basket shooting photos. He's doing those action shots tonight.
Check out Dave Rarick at DR Productions on social media. Goman kicking it around. That's Russell with the dribble drive. Puts it up. No call, and then we get a call on the second one. That one was blocked. Refs thought there was too much contact, so Ryan Russell's going to the line for 2.
Russell was shaking his head there as he's like, man, that's kind of easy getting in there, but then he got fouled, and then he kind of changed his tune a little bit there. These guys definitely, a lot of these LCA kids are tough kids underneath there. Everybody expected, with Walton out tonight, that this one would be well, I hate to say it, but everybody said that this could be a blowout tonight, but LCA hanging tough so far in the first few minutes of this one.
Got a travel called in the backcourt against LCA. That was Anderson Green.
Hey, what's up, man? Yes, sir.
So Lexington Catholic will inbound it underneath their basket.
Or do you want to do during the sorry? Do you want to do during the game or half?
Potter dishes it to Johnson. Johnson swings it back into the corner for Russell. Oh, he got it.
All right.
Ryan Russell knocks down a three-pointer, extending Lexington Catholic's lead to 3 here with just more than 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Got a 10-second call now. That's back-to-back forced turnovers by the Lexington Catholic full court press, as they will make some substitutions. Goman and Sparks come out for Lexington Catholic. Blake Busen checks into the ball game, along with Brody Turner. Busen has the ball up top, gives it back to Johnson. In the hands of Russell now, gives it back to Johnson. Penetrating, and Johnson lost it. Here comes LCA with some numbers. That's Selby. Can't get it to go. Rebound pulled in by Lexington Catholic. They'll push it quickly the other way. Russell thought about a 3. Johnson fires a contested 3 and knocks it down.
That was from way back. Johnson, you got to think he's going to try to put up as many points as he can here in this early season, because you don't know if tomorrow's not guaranteed in this season. You know what I'm saying?
There's Johnson with the steal, and he gets the finish.
Did it go? Are you kidding me?
Lexington Christian player down there, that was number 23 Hall, didn't like the call and had some choice words with the official. His teammate pulled him away, said, hey, not worth it. What a finish from Ben Johnson.
Yeah,
Let's see if we can see that again.
We'll take another look at it here.
Lexington Catholic quickly.
Here's the bucket here. He got it to go, man. Can you believe that? Wow.
Coach Salzman wiping up a wet spot down by Lexington Catholic's bench, and Coach Salzman's never afraid to get down and clean up those spots. I've seen him do it over the years. He's making sure the playing surface is how it should be.
He may be giving Ben a little bit more time here.
And they're clearing the floor right now. Well, at least going back to their benches. The players stay on the floor, starters. Not sure exactly what's going on. The officials did have a discussion with the scores table. Speaking of Ben Johnson, anyways, this is going to be the last season at Lexington Catholic that a Johnson will be donning the blue and white, and it's been since 2012 that a Johnson has played for Lexington Catholic, starting with Tanner Johnson, then preceded by Luke, and now Ben, and all 3 of them have been very exciting, very fun to watch, and at least for a couple decades, it's going to be the last time we'll see a Johnson at Lexington Catholic, but it should be a good one, as Ben's supposed to be a favorite for Mr. Basketball. We'll see what happens as the season goes on. But earlier today, William, I was looking at the 1,000-point club at Lexington Catholic, and Danny Johnson, he's on there, father of Luke, Tanner, and Ben. And
I think all the Johnson guys are on there, right?
Well, yeah, that's what I was about to say. I think Ben wasn't on the list unless it wasn't updated, but I would imagine he's very, very close if he's not already there. But all 4 Johnsons should be on the 1,000-point club, which is a tremendous feat for anybody. I mean, I'm sure there's not many high schools where you got 4 people from one family in the 1,000-point club, and
they had blood on the floor because they had some kind of solution to clean it up, is what it was.
Still not ready for play, as Coach Salzman's talking in the direction of his bench. Coach Greamy's going to bring out the mop.
Yeah, let's see what's going on over here. I'll try to pan over here for the folks watching back at home so that they can see what's going on. We are kind of their virtual ticket right now, with limited crowds and, kind of their virtual ticket, if you will. I want to thank Mingy Beef Jerky for being the official game day snack and our title sponsor here on the network. Also want to thank Bluegrass Orthopedics, Andrew Carlson, his great staff. We're going to hear from Dr. McGonigal here as well today at halftime, and looking forward to talking with him about what's going on at BGO. And, so Ben's taking his free throws, Jack.
Johnson's up to 9 points with that one falling. Lexington Catholic extending their lead. And we got a 5-second call. That's the third straight turnover forced by Lexington Catholic's full court pressure.
That was a very, very quick 5 seconds, if I must say.
Yeah, I agree. I wasn't expecting that to be the call. And Goman will inbound it quickly to Johnson underneath, and he gets another one.
Another and one. Another one.
So we see back-to-back-to-back turnovers for LCA and then back-to-back and ones for Mr. Ben Johnson. 3:25 left in the first quarter, and he's already in double digits.
Yeah, you can tell he's been lifting weights in during the COVID situation, during the pandemic.
LCA moving it quickly, and that's another turnover. Traveling is the call by the official on the far end, and Lexington Catholic forces a fourth turnover on 4 consecutive possessions. Not long ago, the score was a 1-point game, and Lexington Catholic has gone on, I believe, an 11-0 run.
Yeah, that's just how great they are, man. Possibility for this team right now, coming in with the #1 ranking in the state, according to some folks out there, and they just got. It seems like they got everything right now.
Well, LCA forced a Lexington Catholic turnover on that last possession, and we have a foul called against Lexington Catholic here. LCA will inbound it underneath their own basket. Nathan Hall will inbound it. I'm not sure, William, but are all the Halls out on the court for LCA brothers and possibly coaches of the Sun?
I think,
or sons of the coaches?
Yeah, I think some of them are sons of the coaches, but I'm not sure exactly, so we'll have to ask Terry about that. But
Baby hook can't fall as Lexington Catholic pushes it the other way. Jack Clemens into the ball game. Johnson loses that one. It's saved by Selby. LCA forces another turnover.
That's the power of Selby coming in there trying to strip a football on that one.
Yeah, you can tell by watching Selby play that the guy's a tremendous football player, just the way he moves. That's a deep three-pointer. Can't go. Rebound fought for, and it's going to be a foul against Lexington Christian.
Coach Charles and his LCA football team, state runner-up. Great season for them.
Man, we covered a lot of the LCA games this year. And
covered Catholic and the LCA, man, just a ton of them.
Just great football games, especially the last one. It didn't go the way LCA fans hoped it would. There's Goman rattles a three-pointer in.
Yeah, that's what makes them extra special when Goman starts going. He was a quarterback for the football team.
There he goes with the pitch. Give and go is no good, but we got a foul call. That was Ryan Russell.
Johnson on the follow there. Russell was the one that got fouled, but you saw Lexington Catholic crashing those boards, and they can do that now that they've got a big guy out there. That's something that they haven't really had in the past couple of years as a big guy, down in there.
The last one I can think of, well, you had Max Sparkman, but
yeah,
the last real dominant big man Lexington Catholic had was Peter Whitman, who's in the house right across midcourt tonight.
He's here tonight, huh?
Peter Whitman and his brother Jack Whitman, who was a star for Lexington Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
That free throw is good. We got a lot of football players on the court tonight. Busen caught the pass from Goman, who we saw that during the football season for Lexington Catholic,
and the thing is too, with all these guys that played football, is they're still, football ready. Season was pushed back,
Yeah, they're fresh off the season.
Yeah, so you're really not seeing the true basketball teams for another week or two probably.
Sparks hauls in the rebound off the LCA miss, and Lexington Catholic will go up tempo the other way. Goman with the two-stepper.
He showed it and floated it.
Lexington Catholic really pushing, extending their lead.
A little finger rolling there for Goldman on that last one.
That pass was thrown away by the Eagles. They'll have some substitutes. Number 2, Jackson Newman, the junior, checking in. LCA's got a lot of juniors on this roster.
I think this camera's too heavy for this tripod we're using tonight. We got new camera, and I think it's too heavy for this tripod.
Sparks tried to haul in that rebound, couldn't do it, and it was last touched by Lexington Catholic. 17-point lead for the Knights here at Lexington Christian. We're late in the first quarter. Three-pointer from the corner. That one's long. Selby hauls in the offensive rebound. Double-teamed, gets it out. That's to Newman, back to Selby. Selby with the no-look pass. Newman thought about the three-pointer but decided to bring it back out up top.
Selby was a heck of a 8th grade basketball player.
Goes up with the fancy finish there on Ben Johnson. Has a little extra to say afterwards. Look with the stare down. That's Ryan Russell launching a three-pointer from the corner, no good.
Russell went down as he's trying to draw the foul there.
Russell gets back in there, and it looks like he fouled number 10, Nathan Hall, on the shot. That should be 3 free throws coming up.
Should be 3 coming up. I think you're right.
Like you said, Ryan Russell went down in the corner after that three-point attempt and then tried hustling back into the play, but collided with Nathan Hall, the senior. So he has 3 free throws coming up, 48 seconds left in the first quarter.
Don't forget, at halftime today, we'll talk with Dr. McGonigal, who's going to be joining us from Bluegrass Orthopedics. Bluegrass Orthopedics, the official sports injury medicine provider of Prep Spin and, of course, of Lexington Christian Academy. They take care of all the Eagles here. But they got a new facility right at the end of Clay's Mill now that they just opened recently. Of course, they also got one in Brandon Crossing and also over there in Hamburg. And, of course, on Richmond Road as well. They're all over the place now.
So the free throws are good. Potter checks back in for Clemens for Lexington Catholic as Johnson will walk this one up across the half-court line. 40 seconds left in the first quarter. Lexington Christian pulling a little closer after the Knights exploded on a big run in the middle of the first quarter. And Ben Johnson holding it as if Lexington Catholic wants to try and take the last shot of the quarter.
I'm going to give a shout-out to the Pedrochis watching tonight, Tanner and Myron. Give them a shout-out as you guys are enjoying the game tonight from home. But we wish we can get you back out here soon, Tanner. Miss you tonight.
Elijah Green guarding Johnson. Selby came on the double team. Russell drives, puts it up off the glass. No good. 3 seconds. He's got to put it up. 3/4 court. No good. So at the end of one, Lexington Catholic leads by 12. A lot of fireworks in that first quarter, a lot of high-tempo basketball, and forced turnovers from the Lexington Catholic full-court press. We'll be right back after this quick break here on Prep Spin.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky communities just like mine.
61 Whitaker Bank ATMs throughout Kentucky make getting quick access to cash easy.
Whitaker Bank staff serves the needs of nearly 70,000 Kentucky customers every day.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Same MRI, same CT scan. Same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best and affordable.
Back here at the Eagles Nest, William Warfield, the King of Stream, and Jack Haynes with your play call.
There's Johnson in the corner right out of the break. Can't get it to go. Hudson Sparks fighting for that offensive rebound. Then the no-look pass to Potter. Puts it in. Nice play from the Knights out of that break from the first quarter. It's 28-14 here early in the second quarter.
We get that Potter dynamic working for him tonight.
Loose ball on the ground. Ryan Russell fighting for it with, I believe that's Hall down there, Nathan Hall.
I like Nate Hall. You know, he's a scrappy young man down there. He's not afraid to, you know, get down there on the court and get those floor burns going after those basketballs like that. Great hustle.
Usually players like that tend to be the coach's favorites. Coaches love the athletes that will get down there and do the dirty work, take the charges, get the loose balls. One arm pass thrown across half court as Lexington Christian moves it around. Can't find anything inside. They'll kick it back out up top. Tyler Hall with the basketball now.
LCA lost quite a bit off of last year's team.
Two key starters from last year's team are no longer with the Eagles. Both of them averaged more than 10 points a game. That's Jackson Newman on the three-pointer. Finds the bottom.
Jackson Newman just said, I got you guys, I got you. But you seen how quickly Catholic got out to that big lead.
Potter can't connect down low.
It might have been blocked from behind by your guy 23 there.
Tyler Hall. That three-pointer clanks off the side of the backboard and carries out of bounds. You know, it looks like Lexington Catholic was going to explode and run away with this one, but the Eagles, for now, have it at an 11-point lead for Lexington Catholic. Johnson finds Potter. He can't get that one to go, but got his own rebound.
That was a great dish there by Johnson.
Johnson's so quick with his dribble moves. You think he's going out, then he goes in. Eagles moving it around. Hall launches a three, gets it to go. Nathan Hall on the pass from Tyler Hall. We got a 10-point ball game here at Lexington Christian.
Nate driving that like it's hot.
Early in the second quarter, the Knights looking to get it inside to Potter a lot. I mean, he's clearly got a big height advantage down low. Johnson calling out the play.
Welcome everybody watching us tonight, either on Facebook or YouTube or watching in that high def on prepspin.com. Thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. We have a timeout called here.
Coach Salzman calls the timeout. Unhappy. He's talking to Sparks, also talking to Russell. He was looking for something else, I think, and they weren't running it out on the court.
All right, so we got 5:29 left to go here in the first half of play. It's 30-20 our score, 30-20. Lexington Catholic on top by 10. William Warfield, the King of Stream, alongside Jack Haynes, former Lexington Catholic. Did you play any sports over there? You were just kind of the
couple different ones early on.
Did you?
Yeah.
You're just kind of the kid that kind of took into the broadcasting aspect of things over there, and it's been a great ride with you there, Jack.
You know what? It feels like it hasn't been that long, but it's been a long time that you and I have been working together here.
It's been a while.
Doing a lot of games in this gym, a lot of games just around the city of Lexington. There's Sparks on the feed from Johnson. Gets that one to go down low. LCA trying to work it up through the press. They do. They get it across. That's Sawyer West with the basketball. Kicks it out to Hall in the corner. That's Newman. Launches a contested three. No good.
Up and over.
LCA, I do like the ball movement they have going on here early. Moving it quickly, not standing around with the basketball. The question in the long run in this game is that can they get the stops that they need? Sparks finds Potter. He's blocked from behind. sticks with it. Johnson has it, kicks it back to Sparks. Skip pass, three-pointer's good.
Got it. Potter, the only thing that's holding him back right now is just adding on a little bit more weight. He's still a skinny kid out there. Gets a little weight or a little muscle on him, and he'll be doing just fine.
Lexington Catholic pushing it quickly. It's Johnson who's met as he went up for the layup.
Jump ball.
And we got a jump ball. Tyler Hall met Johnson up top. Goman will inbound it. Quickly to Johnson. Tries a post move. Shot's no good. Might have been contested or blocked again by Hall as he brings it up for the Eagles. Into the corner. The other Hall. Three-pointers in and out. Sparks on the rebound. Gives it to Johnson. Swinging it around. Goman thought about a three. Now he drives. Scoops. Gets it to go. Jack Goman with a nice finish. Hall fires one to Newman. Tipped by Johnson, but Newman was able to stick with it. Long two-pointer short. And Ryan Russell tried to get the rebound, but threw it to the wrong guy. Hall on the finish for Lexington Christian.
Hall's having an outstanding game today.
Both Halls are everywhere tonight for the Eagles. Tyler on that finish. This one's up top to Potter, and he lost it. Back to the Eagles.
If Potter keeps that ball up high, use that height advantage right there. Don't put it down on the floor. He might have been able to get a bucket there, or at least draw the foul.
Selby back into the ball game along with Elijah Green.
That's a long.
Sparks almost came up with a steal.
Long bounce nowadays for Potter, right?
You're not kidding. That one's thrown a little too high.
Over and back.
Could not be saved. Over and back is the call. 3:22 left in the second quarter. Both teams with some substitutions here on the last possession. Goman will inbound it at half court. Gets it into Sparks. Catholic moving it around. Johnson along three-pointer. Gets it to fall.
Man, he just
so
lined
smooth.
It up. What's he got, 16 in the game now?
And there's a steal for him. Goes up. Finishes it with the finger roll. I think he lost a step there. Johnson looked like he wanted to go up initially for the slam dunk. Into the corner for the Eagles now. Lexington Catholic has extended it to 20, which I believe is their largest lead of the game. Johnson applying good pressure in the corner. Almost forces a turnover, but we got a foul called against Lexington Catholic. It was Ryan Russell, a little too aggressive on that one. Lexington Catholic's fifth team foul, so the Eagles not quite into the bonus. Bad pass from the Eagles. They throw it up to Johnson, who has numbers and puts it in. Johnson again on the fast break. He's got 18.
Another great bucket.
The Eagles just don't seem to have a true point guard that can handle the ball and really break through the press, as Lexington Catholic has been applying it most of the game and just get into their offense smoothly on the other end. That's Selby coming up short on the three-pointer. Busen going in for the rebound, and he's fouled. Should put Lexington Catholic in the bonus. Busen was fouled by Jack Preston, the junior. And Busen will have possibly 2 free throws coming up.
Don't forget, at halftime, we got the interview with Dr. McGonigal of Bluegrass Orthopedics. We'll be talking with Doc about what's going on with BGO. They're expanding.
Another football player for the Knights checking in. Your boy, William John Martin Sims.
That's my boy, JMS.
Brody Turner back into the ball game for the Knights as well, as Busen missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Eagles trying to work it across, and it's forced turnover. That's Turner. Tries to go up for the floater. He's blocked. Hall with the rejection. It's back in his hands. Now they're working it down low. Back outside. Three-pointer is good. That one took the long way in.
Was that Eli? I think it was Eli Green, wasn't it?
Elijah Green connecting from 3. Clemens has it. Back to Johnson. They swing it over to Turner. Trying to work it inside. They get it to Busen. And that's another turnover. Jack Preston comes up with the steal.
You're talking about playing your hearts out, just being scrappy right now. That's what the Eagles are doing right this moment. The Knights' offense is just too powerful right now.
Approaching 1 minute left in the first half. That's Anderson Green with the pull-up jumper. Too long, and it bounces over the backboard. I've already seen 3 shots either hit the backboard or go over it in this first half. And like you were saying for the Eagles, that's what they got to do in this ball game if they want to climb back in it. Something to slow down this Lexington Catholic offense. A lot of people. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't think many teams are going to be able to slow down this Lexington Catholic offense this year.
I was going to say, I mean, like we said, a lot of people. There's Johnson from the Eagle. Can't get it to go, but Clemens gets the rebound and puts it back up with one hand.
That was a nice rebound and put back there by Clemens. Looked like he's on one of those.
Fouls called, and the basket should count.
What's those things you hop on? This guy, you know, like the pogo stick. That's what it looked like he was on, was a pogo stick there.
So a blocking foul was called against Lexington Catholic, and the basket will count for the Eagles, which will send Jack Preston to the line, trying to get another one. Completing the three-point play. He's short.
Jason Knopfsinger sent us a picture, said Coach Salzman sanitizing the floor.
That's how weird this year's been. Lexington Catholic will probably hold for the last shot.
Coach Salzman mops for nobody.
Johnson double-teamed. Tiptoes across the line, and we got a late call.
He said he touched the line.
Couldn't tell from here. And the official came from behind. I guess he saw it. We're farther away than him, but Ben Johnson tried to pull out his ballerina moves and couldn't do it. So now Lexington Christian will get a chance at the last shot. 5.8 is what the clock reads.
I think Ben was arguing that he might have got pushed a little bit.
There was some contact. Not sure if it was worthy of a foul, but Goman will come in for Johnson on this last play.
It's a 19-point lead. I mean, it doesn't seem that way, does it?
Not really. Both teams have been competing, and it was really close early on. Then Lexington Catholic jumped out to the huge lead. Then the Eagles slowly were clawing back, and now Lexington Catholic's exploded again here in the end of the second quarter. And we had a foul there against Goman, 2.2 on the game clock, and Ben Johnson comes back in with the chance to throw up a last-second shot after the free throws. First one from the front.
You're calling this going to Ben, right?
Well, I would imagine that would be what the Knights want to try and do here, 2.2, and that's why they checked him back in. Depends what happens on the free throw here, and it's good.
I'm going to go Goman.
Eagles applying pressure. It's 2.2 seconds, enough to dribble and get a shot. That's what he does. A little too long on that one, over the top of the backboard, and that will wrap up the first half here at Lexington Christian. It's been an exciting game. Lexington Catholic leads 46-29. Stay tuned for our halftime interview.
Yep, Dr. McGonigal of Bluegrass Orthopedics going to be joining us here in just a second. We'll be right back, folks.
Same MRI, same CT scan, same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best in affordable, quality care. Avoid surprise billing. Come to Lexington Diagnostic Center. Imaging focused on you.
At Atkinson Sims & Kermode, we are here to help you get back to what matters most.
Helping you through your financial situation is our only purpose. We are involved at every step, guiding you towards relief.
A better life can't exist after bankruptcy.
Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78. Call us today and take the first step towards a new beginning.
Same apples, same phone, same coffee, same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI can save you 30 to 60% compared to the costs of local hospitals. We have a state-of-the-art facility in the Lexington area. We believe that every patient deserves the best in affordable, quality care. Avoid surprise billing. Come to Lexington Diagnostic Center. Imaging focused on you.
At Atkinson Sims Commode, helping you through your financial situation is our only purpose. We are involved at every step, guiding you towards relief. Take the first step and dial 859-CALL-ASK or visit ask-law.com to schedule a free consultation.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and Prep Spin.
At Atkinson Sims and Kermode, we are here to help you get back to what matters most.
Call us today and take the first step towards a brighter future. Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78. A better life can exist after bankruptcy.
All right, back here at halftime, and right now Lexington Catholic out to a big lead against Lexington Christian Academy. It's 46-29 here at Lexington Christian Academy, and joining us as we promised is Bluegrass Orthopedics fine doctor over there, and they got a lot of fine doctors, but this guy right here, Dr. McGonigal. Good to have you on again, man. I know we've been on here before with you, but how you doing right now, man?
Hanging in there. I appreciate you having me back on here, and I'm glad we've got some sports to watch here.
Yeah, we got basketball season underway tonight, the second night of basketball, but first official night for these two teams here this evening at the varsity level. So good to have basketball back on here in Central Kentucky. But let's talk about Bluegrass Orthopedics once again. I know you guys just opened up a new facility right here on the end of Clay's Mill. Just you continue to evolve, continue to expand.
Yeah, well, we're really looking for as many opportunities as we can to serve the patients that we have the opportunity to take care of, and giving more and more options in locations both throughout Lexington and also expanding to other areas. I just opened up a satellite clinic down in London. I'm doing a couple days a week. We have providers that go up to Georgetown. So we're really trying to, increase our accessibility to people throughout the entire kind of Lexington area and out and beyond as well.
Absolutely. And then, of course, you guys serve, your big tagline is that you serve athletes of all ages. Each physician has a specialty. What do you specialize in for the folks out there that are just being introduced to you tonight?
Sure, yeah. So I'm what's called a sports medicine specialist. So it's kind of probably the most broad of the kind of orthopedic subspecialties. I kind of work on multiple areas through the body, but there's usually a focus more on a lot of things I do have kind of an arthroscopic component to them. But I see a lot of knees, a lot of hips, a lot of shoulders, a lot of things that are kind of don't involve joint replacement, but kind of involve fixing things like an ACL or a labral tear or a rotator cuff, that sort of stuff.
Well, we're here in basketball season finally. Football just wrapped up, but flipping the page to basketball, and what are some of the common injuries that we see out here on the basketball court?
Yeah, I think some of the most common things, you think about ankle sprains. That's a real common one where people jump in landing, kind of rolling their feet. That's something that we see quite a bit. You do see some of the knee injuries. Unfortunately, every once in a while you get some of their tears in ACL if they land the wrong way, and that's a big point of emphasis for kind of strength training and conditioning to try to prevent those sort of things. And then you'll see some this is a physical game. Every once in a while you see something like a concussion or something like that, but usually it's kind of restricted to more of the lower extremity stuff.
You got a lot of guys crossing over sports, going from football to to basketball. What are some of the things that you would recommend for those guys that are switching over a sport so soon, because football had just wrapped up?
Yeah. Well, the key is to really kind of try to build back into things. The area where sometimes people get in trouble is if you go, from really not being used to playing a sport and then trying to go 100 miles an hour. And so having a chance to kind of build in and get used to the different conditioning, the different surface that you're going to be on, to try to avoid some of the overuse injuries, but also kind of not being in the appropriate kind of overall conditioning towards the end of like a practice or a game where those muscles are weak and fatigued. You might be more likely to do something like roll an ankle or have an injury from the muscle support being not as strong as it should be.
Bluegrass Orthopedics, we had mentioned, you guys continue to grow. What are some of the things that BGO is doing to better serve the community in 2021? You guys have done a fantastic job, by the way, over the years serving the community. But I know you guys are continue to evolve that plan to put community first.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. We're kind of trying to focus in these times with still having a lot of the COVID restrictions, trying to see ways that we can kind of help with outreach and patient information. A couple of our surgeons, and I hope to be one of them soon, have done things like webinars to try to keep people informed. I kind of mentioned some of the different clinics we've had to try to reach other areas. We kind of exciting. One of our other surgeons who specializes in joint replacements has brought in this specialized knee replacement, robotic-assisted replacement, which he's very excited about. We are as a group, and I think we're going to be getting more information out to the community to let people know what that is and how that works. And so I think there's lots of things. We're always trying to look to make sure we're on the cutting edge, and but doing things that are safe for patients too, and kind of bring that education and accessibility balance. So.
You speak of cutting edge. Being the first in our community to have some of this high tech equipment. I know you guys strive to be, the leader in new technology, as you mentioned. Is there a learning curve whenever you have something like that? But I'm sure you guys go through extensive training on new equipment.
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anytime you're going to decide to do something different and change your practice, you want to make sure that you're as absolutely up to date and as get as much experience as you can on something like that before you make a change and do that sort of thing. Fortunately, we have the opportunity to do things for practice on cadavers and go to courses and get kind of hear from other experts around the country what their experience has been. Maybe what to look out for if there's going to be a bit of a learning curve or something like that. And so certainly by the time we get ready to practice it, we usually feel very, very comfortable that we kind of know the ins and outs and make sure we're doing the right thing.
Bluegrass Orthopedics, Dr. McGonigal, man, I can't thank you guys enough for all the support that you guys show us here on Prep Spin. We feel like we're a big part of the community, being able to share all these games with people virtually that can't make it to the game, and we certainly couldn't do that without BGO.
Well, I appreciate you guys having us and giving me a chance to talk to you. And like I said, I'm glad we got sports back. And as a sports medicine doctor, I don't like to be involved, but I like to watch. That's for sure. So thanks for having me.
We normally have a great game between these two here tonight, but LCA out with Tanner Walton not playing tonight. That certainly makes a big difference. But when these two teams get together, it's always something special, even in a game that's 46-29.
Yeah, well, let's see. Maybe we'll get a little closer game towards the second half here.
All right, Dr. McGonigal, thank you so much, man.
Appreciate it.
All right. We'll have Jack Haynes joining us here in just a second. We'll bring you the third quarter. It's coming up next here on Prep Spin.
Mingy Beef Jerky, Hallway Feeds, Bluegrass Orthopedics, Atkinson, Sims & Kermode PLLC, BIM Group, Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, Bumblebee Team Sports, Ken's Autos in Paris, Commonwealth Credit Union, BD Global, Commonwealth Hand Therapy, Fork Bank, Lexington Diagnostic Center, Strong Shop Fitness, Traditional Bank.
Welcome back to Lexington Christian. Start of the second half underway. Lexington Catholic leads 46-29. As Lexington Christian will work it around Selby. Airballed that one. Lexington Catholic pushing it the other way. Ben Johnson tried the no-look pass to Potter, but they weren't on the same page. Lexington Catholic turns it over.
I got to bring you down a little bit. I had to crank that up for Dr. McGonigal there because he was so soft-spoken. But Jack, you got a powerful voice. It projects, man.
Another turnover for the Eagles, and Lexington Christian spent about the entire length of halftime in their locker room, where I'm sure Coach Hall was emphasizing taking care of the basketball. As the Knights work it around, Goman has it. Dishes it to Russell. Wide open three-pointer.
Nice.
Nothing but net.
Russell gives them that three-point threat out there, as you can imagine. And now they got a big rebounder inside there with Potter. And you got Ben Johnson doing his great thing. Colton Perry can come off the bench and spark it as well. John Martin Sims. Man, I could keep going on and on, Jack. And speaking of Jack Goldman, my goodness. Is this Catholic team for real or what?
Yeah, Ryan Russell shot 33% from three last season.
But
Goman shot 31.
That 33% was some big-time threes, I promise you. Big-time threes.
Inside. Hook shot, no good. Potter pulls in the rebound and then gave a stiff arm, lost the basketball. And Sawyer West forces a turnover, gets the ball back for Lexington Christian.
Who's the big LCA kid in there, too? We got to mention him, big 32 in there.
That's Pierce Ragland, the junior.
Ragland, yeah.
They got him listed as a guard here on scoreboard, but Lexington Catholic forces another turnover, and Hudson Sparks is fouled. He'll head to the line for two.
Hudson Sparks kind of sounds like, if you watch, obviously I got a young daughter that likes the movie Cars, the Hudson Hornet.
There you go.
I think we can compare Hudson Sparks there to the Hudson Hornet. What do you think?
If you want to do that, you go ahead. First one from Sparks is good.
Dustin O'Hara says Lexington Catholic is as good as advertised.
Second one falls.
We weren't messing around when I know we said that, if we had an early season prediction of who would win it all, we weren't messing around with that. These guys are on a mission.
LCA turns it over.
Scott County left a bad taste in their mouth last year in that regional final, man.
Yeah, both these teams are really coming off heartbreaking postseason losses. Yep. Lexington Christian lost a one-point game to Tate's Creek in the district playoffs. There's Johnson from the corner. Too much. Rebound put back by Sparks. He came flying in. Outstanding athletic ability there from Hudson Sparks. That's Sawyer West. His shot's deflected. Might have had two hands on it. Here comes Sparks. Throws down the two-hand jam.
Sparks with a little bit of Hudson Hornet in that slam.
You know what? I think your comparisons, as soon as you said it, starting to ring true.
He's going for the Piston Cup tonight, my man.
LCA working it around. Three-pointer is good.
Big three.
Big-time shot. Anderson Green, the 8th grader.
Did you see the air that Hudson got, though, up on that dunk?
He got up there. Gets up there, almost had another rebound. He was flying for that offensive rebound on the putback and then got the fast break jam on the next play. Ragland's shot's blocked, but a foul is called on Potter.
Yeah, Potter got a little bit of the wrist on that release there. Just a little bit.
Back to last year's losses for these teams we were talking about. Lexington Catholic, obviously, like you were saying, lost to Scott County. And by their record, it was one of Scott County's down years compared to previous years. And it's just like this. When LCA and Lexington Catholic play, you throw the records out. And it's the same when Scott County and Lexington Catholic play. Big-time rivals. They've gone at it in the regional playoffs.
Yep.
Forever. Here's Russell with the handoff to Johnson. He drives the baseline, swings it around. Just missed his mark, was looking for Goman, but turned it over. Here's Green on the one-hand finish.
And that's the shot Green needed right there, you know, just that little finger roll, if you will. He knew the big guy was trailing behind him, so he did the safe shot on that one.
Another pass thrown, but deflected out of bounds by LCA.
Jack, I'm going to be honest with everybody. We're a little rusty, aren't we, together? You're fine. I'm just rusty, man. I'm over here talking over top of you here and there.
Yo, I mean, it's the first game back. We got to get in the rhythm again. There's Johnson off in the corner, but offensive rebound pulled in by Ryan Russell. He's fouled. Hey, I think let's do a couple more games and we should be smooth sailing.
We'll be ready for the next, give us 3 games, y'all.
Now you put some pressure on us to deliver after 3 games.
We'll get there, man. We'll get there.
Russell sinks the first free throw.
Did Andrew text you?
Ryan Russell's second free throw is good, and got a substitute for Lexington Catholic. It's Blake Busen checking into the game for Hudson Sparks, and some applause for Hudson Sparks as he goes to the bench. Lexington Christian moves this one quickly up court as Selby couldn't get it to go. Johnson wide open from the top. That one's short, but Goman gets the rebound. Hands it off to Johnson. He pumps. Passes to Russell. Lexington Catholic moving it around. Johnson has it in his hands again. Gives it to Potter. Back to Johnson. To Russell. No good. Offensive rebound pulled in again by Lexington Catholic. Blake Busen with the board, and he's fouled.
Blake Busen, he's a guy that we haven't really talked a whole bunch. I know you've mentioned him tonight, but we haven't really talked a whole bunch of him. He's a great football player, too, for Lexington Catholic. You can't forget about that, what he done out on the football field for Coach Smith.
Yeah, so he's a junior. He's coming back for another year after this in both sports, and I'm sure both coaches, Coach Smith on the football field and Coach Salzman, are looking forward to this kid's potential. And he's outstanding on the field and on the court. Gets that second free throw to fall.
We got middle school coming up tomorrow night. We'll have middle school action for everybody tomorrow night here.
Selby will inbound it underneath, and a foul called immediately against Busen. So Lexington Christian will do it again, and Busen will tie a shoe. Busen tying his shoe. Lexington Christian will inbound it again after the foul on Busen. Face-to-face pressure in the full court. The give and go works for Lexington Christian as they get it across. West passes it, and it's stolen away.
Uh-oh.
Ryan Russell going up for the dunk. Just a little bit short, but he gets it to fall nonetheless.
Coach Salzman on the sideline smiling at him, said, man, you lucky it went in.
Oh, yeah. That one looks like it was last touched by the Knights. You know what? Coach Salzman still might not be happy about that after the game. He might tell Russell to lay it in next time.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Goman checking back in. He'll get Johnson, who checks out with 18 points.
That might be it for Ben tonight with the nice lead.
Might be right. Another turnover forced by the Knights. They'll push it the other way. It's Busen with the basketball. Goes inside and is blocked by Ragland. Here's Green trying to back it inside. No good. Rebound fought for. It's Ragland who comes up with it. He's blocked by Potter. Harry Porter with the block.
He got blocked by Porter there. You kind of went New York on me.
Here's the Knights.
You've been hanging around Jesse Scaglione a little bit too much.
A little too much. Here's Russell. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound pulled in by Green for the Eagles. Elijah Green with the rebound.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and we're going to do a little special thing on the fourth quarter. We're going to put a hashtag LegendGB up in the top right corner for our good friend Gary Ball, who's been out for a little while with us. We hope to have him back soon. So we're thinking about you, big guy.
Yeah, I can't wait for Gary to come back. It's not the same without him.
Well, you're doing a great job.
Goman's at the line for 2 free throws. First one is good.
You're kind of the apprentice, you know. Gary always loved working with you. You're kind of his apprentice, if you will.
I've learned a lot from him over the years. I mean, I want to say it's probably 4 or 5 years that I've been calling games with you and Gary, and the amount of different things about the game, about broadcasting that I've learned from Gary has been tremendous. And I love calling games with him. The Eagles having trouble. That's Jackson Newman, who somehow gets out of the double team, and the Eagles almost had it across half court but threw it away.
2:52 on the clock left to go here in the third quarter of play, and I think everybody's right when they were talking about how good this offensive attack of Lexington Catholic could be.
That was Clemens who launched the three-pointer, no good. Knights still applying the full court pressure, and Goman comes up with the steal and score.
Goman reading that pass there.
Foul called. That's going to be on Clemens.
Well, you look up and down the region, Taste Creek obviously will be better this year as well, but Scott County, I would imagine they would be back. Michael Marino's little brother that's taller than Michael now. He certainly will make a difference for Scott County.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the we got an alley-oop! Oh. Hudson Sparks with the acrobatic finish.
Finished it with a little flair. We'll take it as long as it goes in, right?
Hudson Sparks.
I thought he was going to go up for that one-handed slam and jam on us.
Eagles penetrating inside, kicking it back out. Three-pointer launch. That's Green, no good. Sparks couldn't gather the rebound, and it fell right in the hands of Jackson Newman, who put it in for 2.
Newman, nice hustle there, able to come up with that loose rock.
Yeah, what you were saying about the 11th region rankings, I was looking at what the coaches ranked them in the Herald Leader poll. Lexington Catholic was number 1.
Yep.
Frederick Douglass was up there.
Yeah, they were number 2. And Scott County with 3, I believe.
There's Goman, tried the one-hand scoop again, and he was fouled.
Dunbar was in the top 5.
Yeah, Douglass was defeated by Lexington Catholic last year in the regional tournament. I believe it was a 5-point game.
Yeah, we done that game over there in Richmond. We'll hope to be back again this year over there, or wherever they have it at. They may not have it there. They may have it somewhere else, but we certainly would love the opportunity to be back over there for a regional tournament.
Nothing like
if we're
a
in
regional
town,
tournament
right?
at EKU.
If we're in town, right?
Actually, William, I just pulled up the rankings, and number 2 in the 11th region is Madison Central.
Is it okay, yeah.
Followed by Douglass, Dunbar, and Scott County in the top 5.
Yeah,
thought about a three-pointer, launches it and knocks it down.
Big 3.
Big-time 3 with the hesitation. Nathan Hall draining that one.
LCA, I had mentioned earlier, this was their first game. This is actually their second game. They played Western Hills last night in a game that was scheduled, and they won without Walton in the lineup in that one too.
67-60 was the final score of that game. And hopefully we'll get to look forward to Walton coming back for the next meeting between these teams.
He's got a little tweak to ankle. He'll be back. I give it probably another game or 2, and he should be right here. He's one of those guys, you hear a lot of guys talk it up, and have the big ego, so to speak. Tanner Walton's definitely not that guy. He's very quiet and doesn't promote himself out on social media like a lot of these other kids do. So he's kind of a needle in a haystack here at LCA, but once he's back, he's going to be definitely a difference maker. He had a great season last year.
That was a travel call against the Knights. There's number 15, who unfortunately is not on my roster list, but I was watching him play in the JV game, and that young kid's got some moves. I'm sure he's on Coach Salzman's watch list as a potential starter in the coming future for the Knights. That three's launched up as the buzzer sounds. No good. He wanted a foul.
15. Who do we got for Lexington Catholic that's 15? That's what I want to know.
Someone will send us his name. Apologies for that. Not on my roster, but
at the end of the game tonight, we'll also have the MVP award by Bluegrass Orthopedics that will be given out. So we want to make sure everybody knows about that. But we need to take a timeout real quick, and we'll be right back here from Lexington Christian Academy.
Some things never change, like the sound of pads crushing against the equipment, the feel of cleats on fresh-cut grass, or the deep breaths from a full practice. Another thing that never changes, the feeling of relief when the whistle blows for break. And the savory snack to go along with it. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingy moment.
Same shoes, same mixer, same computer, same items, different prices. So why would you pay more for the same thing? Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI.
I want to thank Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI. And if you're thinking about getting a scan or an MRI done, check them out first. They can save you lots of money over there at Lexington Diagnostic Center. Also want to thank Ken's Autos and also the BIM Group. I want to thank those fine folks over at the BIM Group as well.
Fourth quarter underway. Lexington Catholic leading by 30 here at Lexington Christian.
When's our next Lexington Catholic game? Is it Thursday? We got them against St. Henry?
We got Lexington Catholic hosting St. Henry Thursday, and Lexington Catholic will be looking for some revenge in that one. They lost last year 70-59 at St. Henry. So Lexington Catholic, the Knights, the preseason #1 team in the state, looking for revenge. There's Goman flying to the rim.
St. Henry was really good last year. You know, they won the All-A Classic, I believe. And matter of fact, I know they won the All-A Classic because that was the day that Kobe had died.
Wow, there you go.
That was the day we learned of Kobe going down. And,
I'm sure most people won't forget where they were when that happened.
Yep.
Out of bounds off Goman. 70-39. Lexington Catholic's offense looking outstanding tonight. Even though this one's a little lopsided right now, William, I'm really excited for the 43rd District this year in the 11th region.
Well, I think
never disappoints.
I think on the boys' side, if you talk about 43rd, obviously you can't throw LCA out because when they do have Walton in there, you know, they're a different team. But Dunbar and Lexington Catholic, I think, are the two that you got to worry about. Tate's Creek's going to be, you know, proved again, but they could get back over to regions possibly. But everybody says Dunbar is going to be the other team right now. It's going to be Lexington Catholic and Dunbar. So we'll see.
Three-pointer from Hall's no good. And Goman comes up with the rebound. To what you were saying about Dunbar, I mean, you never count out. There's a lob. Sparks looks like he wanted to go up for the dunk, but the timing was a little off, and he missed the layup.
He came down a little gingerly on that ankle on that one, too, but he's all right.
Stolen away by the Knights.
They're so quick. That's the other thing. You know, you try to make those bounce passes in there, and they're going to take it away from you.
Goman with the scoop. He's been scooping them all night. He'll go to the line for two. Back to what you were saying about Dunbar, I was going to say you can never count out Coach Chalk.
Yeah.
Always has great talent at Dunbar, and they're always competitive.
Coach Chalk's a good coach. He's an X's and O guy, and does what it takes to win, you know. But could be a good year for these Knights. Could be a really good year for them.
Goman's second free throw is good. He shot 71% from the charity stripe last year. Goes 1 of 2 there. 6:15 left in the ball game. Dribble drive to the corner. That's Hall launching a three. The lefty sinks it. Pretty shot from the corner.
That's definitely Coach's son. He looks just like him.
So I was going to say. The other Hall, number 23, Hall looks like him as well. I believe Austin Hall, who was a former alumni of Lexington Christian, a part of the Big Three with Carter Hendrickson and Kyle Rode, was also one of his sons. Could be wrong.
I think you're right, but we'll verify that. We'll do some facts check.
Got to get Terry Johnson back up here.
Yeah, we need some fact checking.
Goman drives again and puts it in off the backboard. Nice finish from Jack Goman.
That was Goman, hitting the little, what's those things in the end zone called, the pylons? He just hit the pylons right there. Touchdown, Goman.
Another thing to be impressed by with Lexington Catholic tonight is their defense and their full court press, which every single year is as good as advertised. The full court press is something Lexington Catholic's known for. There's another three-pointer from the corner.
Got it. Nathan Hall.
Yep. So Lexington Catholic winning this one big. Under 5 minutes left here. Foul called. Basket will not count. And we'll have some substitutes come in, 3 for each team. Selby back in. They're going to have to wait a sec. Free throws coming. Oh, now they say scratch that. They'll inbound it down low. And mass subs coming in. Sparks is out. He'll most likely finish this one with 15 points. Goman's out as well. He has 18. The high scores tonight, along with Ben Johnson. But Sparks, now he comes back into the game. I think there was some confusion. And there is some confusion. The refs had to talk about something. And
I don't know who was shooting. I said 31 shooting.
So Sparks isn't done yet. Back in for the free throws. O'Day Mashney checked in for the Knights, and now he has to toss something out of bounds. Bracelet. He's in for the Knights.
Congrats to the 7th grade Lexington Catholic team tonight, too. They won against Sayre this evening, is what I've been told.
Jacob Knopfsinger's in, the senior. Ty Ham's in there for the Knights. Free throw goes for Sparks. And a timeout is called, 30-second timeout. We'll stay here. And Hudson Sparks, first game of the season, very impressive.
Kevin Bruggeman, the athletic director over there at Lexington Catholic, was telling us that 7th grade team won against Sayre tonight. That was a big win for them. I'm going to send Kevin a couple pictures real quick.
Andrew Dulles checks in for Lexington Christian. Selby's back in. Sawyer West. Anderson Green. And Tyler Hall are the 5 for the Eagles right now. 4:40 left. 76-45 is Lexington Catholic's lead. They've been dominant virtually all night. Eagles moving it around up top. Hall with the drive. The floater can't get it to fall. Sawyer West had the rebound, lost it, and it was saved by the Knights, but back into West's hands. Launches it out to Green. In and out on the three-pointer.
I'm going to give a shout-out to Tony and Lucy watching tonight as well, as they are watching the Knights play.
Great feed.
Wow, what a finish.
And that was Jack Clemens on the finish. The feed, I believe, came from Ty Ham.
Clemens
Jacob
did a
Griffin
flip
in there.
on the end of that.
Play happened quickly. That was either Ty Ham or Jacob Griffin who's in for the Knights on the feed. But great play from the Knights. Nice scoop shot attempted there by Hall, but he can't get it to go. Knights pushing it. Three-pointer. No good. Mashney, O'Day with the rebound, lost it. Him and Selby wrestling for it on the ground, and we got a jump ball.
Remember that and one last year Mashney had over at Catholic? It was like one of the most watched highlight clips that we put up there. These kids really rallied behind Mashney. Just a great kid and can play, man. I mean, he's got talent out there. He can play.
He's got heart. He's got hustle. Diving on the floor for the loose balls. So Lexington Christian won the jump ball. They bring it up now. Lexington Catholic pulls off from the full court press for now. Eagles work it in. Now back out. Selby on the drive. Lost it. And a foul is called. Selby will head to the line. Like we talked about earlier with LCA, right now in this game, their top 3 leading scorers from last year are out. Of course, Walton will be back. But they're looking for some extra help, and I'm sure Selby's going to be one of those guys they look to.
Yep.
And in this game, Anderson Green, the 8th grader, has looked really promising. Obviously, that kid's got a lot more time left here at Lexington Christian, and I'm sure the fans are excited about him as he's looked really impressive tonight against the #1 team in the state.
Anderson Green, good kid.
Here are the Knights working it around, driving and off the backboard. Banks open still with under 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Nice shot from Jacob Knopfsinger. Want to get some more subs into the ball game.
Jacob's dad, Jason, watching from inside the crowd here. He's actually here tonight. So I'm sure he's excited that his son got on the board there. Now Jacob's a baseball star. Jacob plays on the baseball team, and from my understanding, he's one of the top guys on that team, or soon to be top guys on that team.
Now a lot of the guys on the court were just playing against each other not long ago in the JV game. They get some extra time tonight as that three-pointer's no good. Swinging it around, that three-pointer is good. Nice shot from the outside. Number 20, Connor Martin knocks it down.
Connor Martin.
Jacob Griffin bringing this up for the Knights. That's Ty Ham with the basketball. He gives it out to O'Day. Dribbles, drives, trying to back it in the post. Couldn't, gets it out of there.
Connor kind of got that Justin Bieber look out there, don't he?
A lot of, the Hall's kind of got the same. I thought he was another Hall when I first looked out there. I had to look at my score sheet. But we got a foul on the floor. 1:49 left in this one. You still going to Winchell's?
I don't know if we're going to have time to go to Winchell's. I had to go over to, I had to stop at Chili's or something.
Chili's.
Hey, man, I'm a chips and salsa guy. They got a pretty good queso over there.
I can't remember the last time I've been to Chili's.
They got a pretty good queso. They should be open by the time this one's over with. We'll head over.
Here are the Eagles. Stolen away, and thought that one was tipped, but they call over and back against Lexington Christian. That's Saxton Howard. He's another 8th grader playing in this one for the Eagles. Watching him in the JV game, too, he really stood out as one of the impressive ball handlers and finishers on the court.
Yes, sir.
I don't think Eagles fans should be really too worried about this game. That three-pointer is in and out. Mashney with the rebound. Tried to go right back up with it, and a foul is called.
Trust me, they're not worried about this particular. And it is a district game, and of course, the district seedings and all that. All that's on the line. But I can promise you that they knew coming in without Walton in that lineup that it was going to be lopsided tonight. I mean, that was my gathering from talking to some folks here today, was that we ain't got our star in the lineup.
Right.
Everybody else that's on the team really didn't average very much last year, so we don't know what we really have until we play somebody. Well, you started with the #1 team in the state tonight. That's who you played. So that's the reason why the score it is the way it is.
Loose ball on the floor. The Knights recover, but a travel's called. Tried to get up with the basketball. That was Jackson Wojciechowski, the sophomore for Lexington Catholic. Coach Salzman's coming off his second 30-win season last year as the Knights coach. 31-3 was their final record.
Salzman's really, really good coach over the years. If you look at the record, his win-to-loss ratio is pretty amazing.
Saxton Howard with a nice three-pointer. Coach Salzman's winning percentage as the head coach at Lexington Catholic is 73%. Mentioned his all-time record as a head coach at Catholic.
That's all-time?
Earlier.
73%?
73%, which is second best to legendary coach Danny Haney.
Yeah.
And Salzman's on the doorstep of chasing down most wins as a head coach. That's a deep three-pointer
I thought you was getting ready to say he's on the doorstep. I was like, no way, man. No way.
He's on the doorstep of tracking down Danny Haney's all-time wins as Lexington Catholic head coach, which is in the high 400s.
Salzman's a lifer, man. They better hold on to him for as long as he wants to coach. He should have the Coach Cal contract at Lexington Catholic. You know, as long as he wants to be there, you keep him there.
You know, not to put a sour taste in UK fans' mouth, but a lot of people I've talked to aren't happy with Coach Cal right now.
Well, I can promise you that's not the case with Coach Salzman.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to relate the two, but you brought up Coach Cal. I thought and you brought up the lifetime contract. Some fans I've talked to say maybe the lifetime contract is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
But I honestly have full confidence that
I know he
back.
can get out there and market in and recruit. Talking about Coach Cal, he can get out there and market in and do all the marketing and pump up the university and recruit his tail off. You know, next year's class is supposed to be phenomenal from what I've been hearing.
Well, I wonder, and another thing is that I've been hearing from a lot of people is how much of an impact is Coach Kenny Payne leaving UK and going to the Knicks have on the program?
It was huge, but you know, Cal was like, I'm sure the thing was, you know, look, you got to do this for you and your family. You know, that was probably a conversation. And a lot of people don't even think about it. And, you know, directly, you know, the kids don't play for the kid or for the man that I'm about ready to talk about. But Dwayne Peavy left, too. He went to DePaul. You got to think about that. And even though he was kind of the athletic director, you know, guy behind the scenes, there's a lot of stuff that he did for that program that made a difference, too, that, you know, maybe Cal's stressing on that he has to do now, maybe. I don't know, man.
Final seconds of this one, there was a clock mishap. Howard's fouled on the finish. Coach Hall for the Eagles wasn't happy about that mishap with the clock.
So a lot of people always talk about, you know, Kenny Payne leaving, which is, you know, a big difference, but what if Cal's doing some of that other stuff that Peavy was doing for him, you know?
A lot of people mentioned Rod Strickland, too, leaving a few years ago.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, Rod Strickland was a Portland Trailblazer, so I didn't miss him much.
You know what's interesting is Kenny Payne's up in New York Knicks with the New York Knicks coaching 4 former Wildcats. Pretty outstanding. I mean, if you ever tune into the NBA, it seems like there's multiple UK players on the court every night,
Man,
in every game.
I tell you, it's hard for me to watch NBA. I try to be faithful to the Lakers and watch the Lakers, man. I've always been a Lakers fan. Loved the Bulls when Jordan played for them, but man, I tell you, I just can't watch the NBA no more. It just isn't. It's not entertaining to me anymore.
I'm in the same boat as you, but we got another whistle on the floor, and this game's still not over.
I'd much rather watch high school games, even games when they're like this, because I know that we're getting it out there for everybody to see.
That's right.
A little bit of elbow drop there in this one, and then we're going to have a presentation here on the court. We had some good conversation tonight, man. If we can get all this stuff up, maybe we can hit up that Chili's before they close.
Yeah, we'll have to check on that. You know, maybe they'll stay open a little longer for the King of Stream.
Yeah, I'll make a phone call. I know some people.
Well, this one's finally over. The Knights win by a final score of 86-53.
Ben Johnson getting getting the award from Bluegrass Orthopedics tonight. This is part of the Bluegrass Orthopedics Classic, by the way. Instead of them having one big event where they have all these teams come in, the Bluegrass Orthopedics, they said, hey, why don't we scatter it out and we select certain games and have that be the Classic, and that's what they've done here. So this game tonight was a BGO Classic game.
I like it. That's some good brain power to come up with that idea.
Andrew Carlson, man, he's the brains behind it all is what I've been hearing. Great guy. But, hey, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I know we're a little rusty trying to get basketball season on, but we did. We got it on tonight, and Jack done an outstanding job. And hopefully we'll hear from you guys again this week. We got middle school basketball on tomorrow night, and Thursday night Jack will be joining me again as we have St. Henry at Lexington Catholic, and you don't want to miss that one because St. Henry last year all-A state champs, and they're coming into Lexington on Thursday night, and Lexington Catholic looking for a little bit of revenge on good old St. Henry. So we'll see what happens.
Should be a good one.
Should be a good one. That's right.
I had a fun time with you tonight, William.
Absolutely.
It's awesome to be back here calling high school basketball. It's a great feeling that even after we had to wait an extra month, it's finally here, but that's going to do it for tonight here at Lexington Christian. It was a fun one.
Again, want to thank all the great sponsors here on the network. Obviously, Mingy Beef Jerky, our title sponsor, Bluegrass Orthopedics, the official sports injury medicine provider, the BIM Group, Strong Fitness. Want to thank those fine folks over there as well. And Lexington Diagnostic Center, Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode PLLC. If you're thinking about bankruptcy, give my good friend John Sims a call. He'll take care of you. He'll answer your questions or whatever you call him, and just bug him about the stimulus. If you're looking for your stimulus payment, ask him. He might know. Just a thought. He's probably going to text me in a minute and say, what the heck are you doing? Nobody's got their stimulus yet. No, but seriously, give him a call for any financial questions that you may have. And then who else do we got, Jack, that we need to thank here tonight? Just everybody that stepped up to the plate to help us out. Ken's Auto, that's another one. Just thank you so much. And, if you'd like to become a sponsor here on the network, give us a call, 859-447-4161, or email me, william@prepspin.com, and we'll get your business inside the game. For Jack Haynes, this is King of Stream, William Warfield, saying until tomorrow night when we bring you middle school basketball between LCA and Lexington Catholic again. That's going to be a good one. We'll see you tomorrow night, folks. So long, everybody.